Hello, let's play Wordle for Friday, August 7th. Let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel, and it said to start with Pearl. Seems like a good start to me. All right, an E second. That's an interesting spot for the E. Are there any traps that have the E there? You know, I can't think of any. You know what? Nay, I think has already been the answer, but it's such a fun guess. Let's look at common letters. STN. So I wonder if there's like a ESTY or something. Zesty would be fun. I don't know about that Z though. Let's not do a Z on our second guess. Testy would repeat the T. It's not horrible to repeat the T. You know, it's also not horrible to repeat the E. I don't know where I'd repeat it, but I don't know. T's would be great, but there's no A. It's hard to think of a good follow-up from here. It's just such a weird spot for an E. You know what? I am going to do testy and just hope there's a T. All right. Well, there is no T, but we learned that also there's not two T's. So very important information. Might not have been the best follow-up. Oh, I could have done bestie. That would have been at least gotten another letter. Oh, well. Well, okay. So what is this? Do we have a bunch of other vowels or? I wonder if they've repeated nay. At this point, it might be good to guess. Is there like an EI something else? Or like an END? Or do we need to do something like an O here, an I here? It could still be a repeated E. Maybe it's a double E here. Let's test that. I'm having trouble seeing anything to guess. So like a CH or... Maybe not. What does the EI? You know what? I'm going to guess nay for lack of anything better. Oh my gosh. Okay. I should have guessed nay second. Is it Dane? Like you deign to do that or whatever? Nope. Something else. There can't be that many words that do this. Feign. All right. Feign. Like to pretend. To be fake. All right. Well, that's a weird word. Feign. If I had done nay second, can you... I still probably would have thought of Dane before feign, but that was fun. Testy, maybe not the best guess, but it worked out. Got in 5. All right, before we do anything else, let's spin the members wheel and see what tomorrow's starting word will be. Ooh. Cable, suggested by Rebecca Burton, a patron. So if you're following along, tomorrow we'll start with cable. And let's check with the bots, see how we did. So the answer was feign. And we started with pearl. There were 79 words left. That's pretty small. It suggests dense. Oh, okay, so that's how we repeat the E. E-N-S-E. Dense, tense. Deist is fun. Sedge repeats the E. So yeah, repeating the E was the right thing to do. Not repeating the T, obviously. Testy's not in this list. But it doesn't lose. It's 2.949. And then it says Dane is the best guess out of these 29, which would have been great. I did nay, which is on the list. It's number 7 on the list. It's actually, these are all tied. So it's kind of the third grouping. And after nay, it was only Dane or feign. That was it. And I lost the 50-50 on that. So, I don't know, not horrible, but not great. It would have gone dense. That gets rid of Dane. And then it just says out of these 7, feign gets all of them, which is lucky because that was the answer. But even if it wasn't, it would get you the answer next. So 3 or 4. But that's interesting. So it gets faint because of the F. And then being, if the GN is swapped to be NG, being is the only one that does that. It's interesting. I'm not going to analyze all of these, but feign gets you the answer. All right, and it is the answer. It starts with least. Defer. Again, repeat the E. And then we've got only feign. Wow, with just that yellow F, it's only feign. Yeah, this E second it's pretty restrictive already. Steal, we don't know that the E is second, so we're going to do coned because we're worried about ER. After coned, we've got brine or feign. I mean, we could get the answer in 3. Otherwise, we do something like brine. And we could do nay feign. So it could be a 3, 4, or 5, it seems like. Adieu, the most common starting word. With the I and the E, we go price. From price, we're going to go, we could get feign in 3. Otherwise, we go eyeing, and then we could do nay feign. So it's 3, 4, or 5, depending on how lucky you get. Audio. With the yellow I, we go style. And then it's just feign. Feign is just the best guess there. All right. And then stare, another common starting word. With the E, we're going to go lined. We know it's not ER, but we're still going to go lined. Interesting. I wonder what the motivation there is. There's 155 words, so it's hard to tell. After lined, we're going to do something like begin or ecking or eyeing. Is that ecking or eking? Feign is on there. Could get a 3. But it's like a 3 or a 4. Or there's probably a situation where it's 5. Yeah, like this one. So 3, 4, or 5. It really depends on your luck there. Pert has the highest chance to get in 2. Also very similar to Pearl. It's going to do a similar solve. Dense. Then feign. Okay. But the T got rid of... no. The dense got rid of Dane. Okay. Interesting. But it does not get into 2. Let's see. Oh, actually, I didn't check. It's got 77 words left. So 1 in 77 to get into 2. But probably not. All right. And then tarps is what the official bot starts with, for whatever reason. It's all gray, so we go lodge. You have tarps on our lodge. And then we could get feign in 3. Otherwise, we're guaranteed to get it in 4. All right, let's check with the official bot here. Let's grab our screenshot first. And just let me save this real quick. All righty. And did it beat the bot? 89 skill. Okay, so it didn't dislike testy enough to really kill my skill score. I mean, 65 is pretty bad, though. I would have gone dense. People doing tense. Yeah, I like that. Bench, fetch. Ooh, ETCH. Interesting. Demon, denim, begin, venom, heist, testy, and dense. I'm not the only one who did testy, but we all did poorly who did tense. Dense actually went the worst, 3.3. So its suggestion of dense actually didn't work out this time, even though on average it would. Tense. Okay, so who did best? Begin did the best. Ooh, because it's basically got the EIGN already. And so then you're just down to Dane and feign, and it seems like there's about a 50-50 on that. A little bit more people thinking of feign than Dane. 1.9 from demon. All right. Nay was a 91 skill. It would have gone Dane. Dane was 99. Feign was 99. All right. Tarps clone Dane feign. It's 4. 0.2, starting with feign. 2.7, 23.1, 63.1, 91.0, 98.9. All right. People losing on Dane, rain, nay. Nice. All right. Let's refresh and check on regular mode. Give me an 86 skill score on that one. Pearl it likes testing not so much. Bench, fetch, moist, demon, bendy, medic, tense, begin, testy. Hints is what it would do. And whenever it does a pure filler, that's no one ever's doing that. Because even if they're going to do a filler, why would they pick this specific one? So testy did horrible in regular mode, 3.8. It's interesting that you got to see the skill difference between the two modes. 1.4 from begin is the only one under 2. All right. And it does slate, diner, ecking, or is it eking or ecking? Feign. I'll look that up so that we know. It is the past present participle of the verb eke. So you're eking out. Okay, I wasn't sure if that would have an E before the ing. But so it is eking. Got it. Let me just make sure. What is with this voice? What the heck? Did they change it? All right. 0.3 on feign. 2.1, 17.0, 51.6, 83.3, 96.5. Wow, that's pretty low. Losing on Dane, nay, rain, being, begin. All right. Well, how'd you do?